Hello and welcome to tutorial number 2 for building custom HTML modules using Apptivate. This tutorial is aimed at more advanced users and we're going to cover some user interface interaction. As you know, you can upload any type of HTML, CSS or JavaScript and you can craft your look and feel and user interface from scratch. However, there are a number of helpful frameworks that are designed for mobile phones and are written in JavaScript. The first one is jQuery Touch. jQuery Touch provides basically JavaScript and CSS files and a number of examples to replicate native experiences but using web technologies. So very simply put, it allows you to mimic the look and feel of an iPhone or an Android but using your familiar web technologies. jQuery Touch has built a number of different user interface elements and effects that mean that you can basically rapidly develop your app and also have it look quite good as well. So jQuery Touch is one example. The new kid to the block is jQuery Mobile. So this extends the very powerful jQuery platform but for mobile. So they give you lots of useful assets in terms of user experience, forms, menus, transitions, all of that kind of thing. So its aim is to help you really have a quick win, to have quite simple content perhaps in your HTML widget, but to be able to make it look really look good. So that's jQuery Mobile. You can check it out at jQueryMobile.com. Another platform that's available, or framework, is called Sencha. Sencha has a framework called Sencha Touch. And it's for iOS, so iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and Android as well. And if we take a look at some of their demos, what they do is they provide you with a library of code that enables you to rapidly build apps that mimic native experiences that look quite good, that can be added really quickly, and really just give a very good user experience to the user. So let's use some of Sencha's example code, and we'll put that into Apptivate and get it to render it. I do recommend checking out Sencha.com. It's a great framework and it's open source as well. So I've downloaded a couple of examples from Sencha. So when you download Sencha Touch, and what I'm following in this tutorial you can also do for jQuery Touch and jQuery Mobile or indeed any other framework, but we're just going to concentrate on Sencha for now. So when you download Sencha Touch, you get something that looks like this. So you get all of the documentation for the framework, your release notes, and everything else, and getting started and helpful tips. I've concentrated on the examples folder because I just want to basically upload a couple of quick examples. So when you're uploading to Apptivate, really you just want to put up one directory, one parent directory, and then have your resources and assets inside that, even if they're within subdirectories. But the way Sencha comes bundled is these examples here tend to reference assets that are in the parent directory. So before you upload to Apptivate, you're going to need to change a couple of things. So let's say, for example, we pick the carousel. And if we want to upload this to Apptivate, we're going to need to pull in certain dependencies. So if we open up our index file, going to open it up in TextMate, we can see that it references two files that aren't actually in this directory and are in the parent directory. And those files are sencha-touch.css and sencha-touch.js. So I'm going to put these inside this directory. I'll then need to specify the correct path to these two files. At the moment they reference URLs in the parent directory. So what I'm going to do is just take out this part of the address so that it's just hitting those files inside this root directory. And that should be all that we need to do. So I'm going to save our HTML file and close it. And then if I want to upload this to Apptivate, I simply highlight all of the files from here. Remember, I don't want to click this and zip this file, I just want to zip the contents. So I select all of the files and I right click and say compress 7 items. Gives you a zip file. I like to give it an intelligent name so you know what it is when you're uploading. And then you can place it on your desktop or somewhere else. For this example, I've zipped up 3 of the Sencha Touch examples. And these are wonderful apps that they've built, and I just want to give you a flavor for how they perform when you upload them onto iPhone and Android through Apptivate. So I've chosen video, GeoCongress, and also their audio example. So let's start with audio. So we go back into Apptivate. We choose to upload an iPhone deliverable. And we're going to select audio. So it will upload our file. That's uploaded successfully, and I'm just going to click Save. Now remember, we don't test custom HTML in the web simulator. So I've downloaded the app simulator from the App Store. If I restart the app, it will download my new HTML content, and then it will store it on the device and cache it there. So it only takes a couple of seconds to download the first time, and then it caches it on the device, and it's only when you make some kind of changes that it's going to need to go and fetch and update the new content. So this particular example from Sencha, you can see here in our HTML module, and this is the functionality that's specified in that deliverable. So you can see that there's a kind of UI effect going on there. And there's also audio playback as well. Pretty cool. So that's the first example. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you in more advanced HTML tutorials later.